Hey, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about a really cool bike ride we did yesterday. My friend Karl has been really busy this summer with life things. He's a new dad, work, and all the weird COVID stuff, everything that happens, and just hasn't been able to get out for as many bike rides as he would like. He was talking about how he's seen all our Stravas and our videos showing us getting out for all these century rides, and it's something he really wanted to do. So when his wife asked him what he wanted for his birthday, he responded, "I would just like to have a block of time to get out and get a 100-mile ride in." So that's what we ended up doing yesterday. But the cool thing about it is the way he planned it. Instead of making a long out and back ride, 50 miles one way, 50 miles back, or planning a big route that would be, your 100-mile ride, which would be a pretty typical way to do it, he decided to make his ride in 3 segments. So basically he came up with 3 loops that all started and stopped at his house. Doing it this way is cool for a number of reasons. The first being just the simple logistics and practicality of being able to have all your food and snacks just at one spot, being able to refill your water bottles between loops and not having to plan stops out on the route, which is important now because some people don't want to stop at places because of COVID, and then also it's just a time saver to be able to just have your stops real quick back at the place. And then you could also get rid of anything extra, so in the morning you needed a jacket, you don't have to carry your jacket with you on the next 2 loops. The other reason it was cool is with having a big group on a Sunday, it gave people options with how far they wanted to ride or what times they wanted to ride. So he had planned it so we would leave his house at 8 o'clock, leave for the next loop at 11, and leave for the next loop at 2. And his planning was perfect because we really ended up hitting that schedule within just a number of minutes. And so there was one of our friends who came out for the early loop, but then was able to, get that 35 miles or however many miles it was in, and then go take off, do the rest of his day. We all got to see him and hang out. A couple other friends who had morning obligations or didn't want to get up as early then came and joined for the second and third loops. For me personally, on the second loop, my knee started to hurt me really bad, and I was like, when we get back, I can make a decision whether I want to keep going and get the century or not. Whereas if I had, and fortunately I did start to feel better, but if it had stayed that bad, I kind of would have been, you're 50 miles out, you have the choice then to try and call for a ride or struggle your way back. Thank God I ended up feeling better. I made the whole ride. I actually ended up with 113 miles because I started at Aaron's house, rode to my house to get the stuff I needed for the morning, and then rode to meet Karl. I had actually planned to ride all the way back to Aaron's house, but when Ben offered me a ride home, I took it 113 miles and I was pretty cooked. We had sat down, a couple of us, for a beer at the end of the ride, and once you sit down after doing something like that, it's very hard to get back up and get moving again. So anyways, I just thought this was something that was a cool way to plan a group ride for a long ride, different than the way I've ever done it or I've ever really seen anyone else do it. So yeah, happy birthday to Karl, and I will see you out there on the roads.